Kadesh was strategically located in modern-day Syria, at a crossroads of trade routes and fertile plains along the Orontes River. Controlling Kadesh meant influence over the Levant and access to critical resources. Pharaoh Ramses II had been campaigning in Canaan to consolidate Egyptian power and ensure the security of trade routes. On the other side, the Hittites, a rising power in Anatolia, sought to protect their northern borders and expand influence southward. Both leaders understood that the battle would be decisive not only for territory, but also for prestige and diplomacy. Ramses II brought experience, careful planning, and an organized army, while the Hittites relied on coordination, scouting, and knowledge of the terrain. Kadesh was not just a military engagement, it was a test of strategy, foresight, and leadership on a scale previously unseen in recorded history. Ramses II approached Kadesh with meticulous preparation. His army was divided into 4 divisions: Amun, Re, Ta, and Seth, each named after an Egyptian god. These divisions were strategically positioned to cover different approaches to the city and surrounding plains. Egyptian scouts monitored enemy movements, and the pharaoh personally oversaw logistics, ensuring supplies and communications were in place. Chariots, infantry, and support units were coordinated to respond to potential surprises. The emphasis was on flexibility, discipline, and timing rather than confrontation. Ramses' leadership presence boosted morale and ensured every division understood its role. Preparation at Kadesh exemplifies the Egyptian approach to conflict: careful study of terrain, effective deployment of resources, and a clear chain of command. This planning allowed Ramses to turn potential challenges into opportunities for clever tactical maneuvers. One of the most remarkable aspects of the Battle of Kadesh was the use of intelligence and reconnaissance. Egyptian scouts gathered information on Hittite movements, reporting positions, strengths, and potential strategies. This information allowed Ramses to make informed decisions in real time. Similarly, the Hittites relied on local knowledge and observation to anticipate Egyptian maneuvers. The battle demonstrates how ancient leaders used information to reduce uncertainty and manage risk. Kadesh was less about confrontation and more about outthinking the opponent. Timing, positioning, and understanding the terrain were all informed by careful reconnaissance. The use of intelligence shows that even in 1274 BC, leadership and strategy were rooted in gathering information, interpreting it, and acting decisively. The lessons from Kadesh highlight that preparation and insight often outweigh size or force. Chariots were the technological marvels of the time, providing mobility, speed, and coordination on the battlefield. Ramses II expertly deployed Egyptian chariots to respond quickly to Hittite movements, conducting flanking maneuvers and protecting supply lines. The Hittites, equally adept, used chariots to position themselves strategically across the plains. Rather than focusing on combat, the emphasis was on rapid movement, positioning, and communication between divisions. Chariots became the vehicles of intelligence and coordination, allowing leaders to maintain oversight over complex troop movements. At Kadesh, chariots illustrate how technology, combined with human ingenuity, can amplify the effectiveness of planning. The deployment of these units demonstrates that ancient warfare relied heavily on organization, speed, and adaptability, with success determined by leadership vision rather than physical dominance. King Muwatalli II employed a strategic approach that leveraged surprise and knowledge of the terrain. He positioned troops near the Orontes River to guard key crossings and potential ambush points. His forces aimed to test the Egyptian divisions, identify weaknesses, and force Ramses into reactive decisions. Coordination among Hittite units relied on signaling and disciplined timing, demonstrating a level of organization comparable to Egypt's. The Hittite strategy emphasized movement, observation, and positioning rather than direct confrontation. Their approach created a dynamic contest of planning and foresight, with each side seeking advantage through intelligence and tactical acumen. The battle highlights that Kadesh was a chessboard of strategy, where knowledge, adaptability, and timing determined success, underscoring the intellectual sophistication of ancient warfare. When the Hittites attempted to gain positional advantage, Ramses II responded with remarkable flexibility. He reorganized his divisions, adjusted supply lines, and repositioned chariots to reinforce vulnerable points. The Egyptian response demonstrated rapid decision-making and adaptability under pressure. Leadership and presence played a crucial role. Ramses' personal guidance reassured commanders and troops, maintaining coordination and focus. The battle became a test of mental agility, with each side anticipating the other's moves. Rather than focusing on destruction, Ramses emphasized observation, signaling, and precise maneuvering. His ability to adapt in real time illustrates how ancient battles required not only preparation, but also the courage to make bold, informed decisions as situations evolved. Kadesh thus stands as a testament to dynamic leadership and strategic problem-solving. A key feature of Kadesh was the sophisticated communication between Egyptian divisions. Signal flags, runners, and scouts ensured that orders were transmitted quickly across miles of battlefield. Coordination allowed Ramses to anticipate Hittite movements and respond effectively, even when conditions changed. This emphasis on communication reflects an understanding that information flow is as critical as positioning or technology. Similarly, the Hittites maintained their own lines of communication, creating a dynamic interaction of observation, signaling, and adjustment. The battle was a demonstration of how leadership depends on clarity, timely information, and disciplined execution. Kadesh teaches us that even in ancient times, success required more than manpower. It required intelligence, coordination, and the ability to interpret complex situations quickly and accurately. The plains around Kadesh, in the nearby Orontes River, created both opportunities and challenges. Ramses II and his commanders utilized the terrain for observation points, fortifications, and movement corridors. Knowledge of the river's branches, marshes, and high ground allowed the Egyptians to maneuver efficiently and anticipate enemy approaches. Similarly, the Hittites used hills and natural barriers to conceal positions and plan movements. Control of terrain was crucial to positioning, supply management, and tactical advantage. Kadesh demonstrates that even the greatest military skill must be complemented by environmental awareness. Leadership included interpreting the land to maximize efficiency and safety. The battle highlights that strategic use of geography is timeless, and that success often depends on the ability to leverage natural features for observation, coordination, and positioning rather than sheer force. While Kadesh was fought as a contest of armies, its ultimate legacy was diplomatic. After the engagement, Ramses II and Muwatalli II negotiated a historic peace treaty, which is considered one of the earliest recorded agreements between great powers. The treaty ensured stability in the region, secured trade routes, and allowed both civilizations to flourish. This outcome shows that Kadesh was not merely a military engagement, but a catalyst for long-term political planning and collaboration. The Egyptian approach combined battlefield ingenuity with strategic foresight, ensuring that conflict could be transformed into opportunity for stability and mutual benefit. The Battle of Kadesh reminds us that diplomacy, planning, and intelligence often achieve more lasting results than confrontation, making it a model of ancient strategic thinking. Ramses II's leadership at Kadesh demonstrates the importance of vision, adaptability, and personal involvement. By observing, coordinating, and motivating his divisions, he ensured that complex operations were executed efficiently. The Hittite king's approach similarly shows that leadership is about planning, timing, and anticipating challenges. Both sides illustrate that daring in ancient battles often involves strategic thinking rather than brute strength. The battle teaches that leaders must understand both their forces and the environment, and must remain calm and decisive under pressure. Kadesh stands as a timeless example of how strong leadership, information management, and planning can define success in any complex operation, even in contexts that could easily have descended into chaos. The Battle of Kadesh also highlights Egypt's innovative use of technology and organization. Chariots, signaling systems, and coordinated infantry movements were integrated in ways that allowed rapid response to dynamic situations. This level of sophistication demonstrates that ancient battles were as much about invention and problem-solving as about strategy. The Egyptians' ability to coordinate multiple units, manage supplies, and adapt to terrain reflects a civilization that valued intelligence, training, and foresight. Innovation at Kadesh ensured that even when faced with challenges, Egyptians could maintain control and respond effectively. The engagement exemplifies how creative solutions and organized planning are central to success, a lesson that extends far beyond the battlefield. Kadesh remains a benchmark in the study of ancient military strategy. The combination of intelligence gathering, leadership, mobility, terrain mastery, and diplomacy provides a model for decision-making that transcends time. Pharaoh Ramses II's ability to integrate these elements shows the sophistication of Egyptian thought and planning. The battle demonstrates that victories can be measured not by destruction, but by effective execution, problem-solving, and long-term outcomes. Kadesh emphasizes that boldness often involves calculated risk, careful observation, and coordinated effort. Its enduring legacy is a testament to the power of strategy, planning, and leadership in achieving objectives and shaping history without relying on force alone. The Battle of Kadesh illustrates how one of history's greatest civilizations combined strategy, intelligence, and diplomacy to achieve remarkable outcomes. Ramses II and Muwatalli II showcased leadership, coordination, and ingenuity, transforming the battlefield into a stage for observation, decision-making, and tactical brilliance. The engagement secured trade, stabilized regions, and led to one of the earliest known peace treaties, proving that planning and foresight can achieve far more than conflict alone. Kadesh teaches that daring does not mean recklessness. It means vision, preparation, and the ability to respond creatively to challenges. Its story continues to inspire leaders, historians, and strategists, demonstrating that the most enduring legacies are built on intellect, ingenuity, and careful planning. In Kadesh, strategy triumphed over chaos, leaving a blueprint for civilizations to follow for centuries.
Please subscribe and look for more documentaries at Swords and Shadows.